We are less than a month away from the return of Fortnite Chapter 2, and this got me thinking, what was the best season in the history of Fortnite? Now, there are over 30 seasons to choose from, and I took these rankings straight from Fortnite.gg. This means that I'm not the one ranking these, it's the community. These are the top 10 highest ranked Fortnite seasons of all time. And real quick, before I hop into the video, make sure you guys drop a like and subscribe so that I can continue making these videos. Now, without further ado, let's hop right into this. In 10th place, we have Fortnite Chapter 1 Season 3. This ranking, if I'm being 100% honest, is really low. Chapter 1 Season 3, in my opinion, kicked off peak Fortnite. This is the season that we got to see the meteor in the sky, which foreshadowed the destruction of Dusty Depot. We also got the Reaper skin, which was basically just a ripoff of John Wick. All the sweats used to wear the skin, and if you ended up seeing one in a game, you just knew that you were going to die to them. This was also, in my opinion, the peak of Fortnite on Twitch. So many streamers were playing the game, and it was just so fun to watch how good all of them were. In 9th place, we have Chapter 1 Season 2. And once again, in my opinion, this is super low. Chapter 1 Season 2 was the first season that we had a battle pass, and it was my first season ever playing Fortnite. Tilted Towers was also introduced this season, and this would become a fan favorite landing spot for everybody in Chapter 1. We also got the introduction of new skins such as Crackshot and Nogops. Along with this, we got a few new dances, well, like this.
Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy.
This started off a whole bunch of cringe in the Fortnite community, but back then, if you were able to do any of these dances, you were the coolest kid in your class. Also, every time you were in a one-on-one situation, your hands would be shaking. Getting a win back in Chapter 1 Season 2 just meant so much. In 8th place, we have the current season, Chapter 5 Season 4. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I think this season's good, but I don't think it's top 10 good. Now, the season isn't over yet, so you can't really fully rank it, but as of right now, it's doing pretty well. We just got the Doom live event, and we're set to get another live event at the end of the season that's gonna take us into Chapter OG 2. This is the second season that we've had that's doing a Marvel crossover, and I think it's the worst of the two. Now, I'm not saying that I hate this season, because it's not an awful season, I just think that there's so many better seasons out there. However, the season just came out with Fortnitemares, and that kind of changes things because Fortnitemares has a lot of new content in it. We just got a bunch of new skins like the Incredibles, and we're set to get a whole bunch more crossovers. But in my opinion, the loot pool for the season absolutely sucks. There's only one decent shotgun in the game, and it's worse than the pump and the tac. The season's not bad, I just don't think it's placed in the right spot. In 7th place, we have Fortnite Chapter 1 Season 4. This season was the original superhero season before we had any crossover seasons. Meteors struck the island and we got the introduction of Dusty Divot. Along with this, we got the first ever crossover in the history of Fortnite with Thanos coming to the game. Season 4 was released right around the time that Avengers Infinity War came out, and everybody was so hyped to play this game mode. There were also craters scattered all around the map from the meteors, and inside the craters you could find hop rocks that would just help you jump higher. One of my biggest regrets in gaming history is just not buying this battle pass. In my opinion, this season is pretty fairly ranked. There was just so much new content, and if you ran into a fully maxed out Omega, you just knew you were gonna die. In 6th place is Fortnite Chapter 1 Season 8. In this season, we got the introduction of a volcano and Lazy Lagoon. This season also introduced us to Ballers, which when World Cup qualifiers came around, they were absolutely goated. We also got the treasure map this season, which if you were able to follow the map all the way through, you could get a bunch of legendary guns. Along with this, we got cannons, which would shoot you all the way across the map. And this was right around the time that Avengers Endgame came out, so they came out with the second LTM with Thanos in it. This season was honestly pretty good, and in my opinion, it was pretty fairly ranked. We're now into the top 5, and in 5th place, we have Chapter 1 Season 7. This was the second Christmas season in the game's history, and the music that came with it was just perfection. Waking up on the morning that this season came out was the best feeling that I've ever felt. This was also the season that we got the epic and legendary pump shotgun. Along with this, we had the Ice King event in the middle of the season where he just threw snow across the entire map. The feeling of playing Fortnite Season 7 on a snow day is just completely unmatched. We also got the introduction of planes this season, which was kind of a controversial topic.
Oh. Hey, GG's, bro. Good fight, man. I really like having a balanced fight. GG.
This season, in my eyes, was close to perfection, and I'm not gonna lie, I think this is a top 3 season. In 4th place, we have Chapter 1 Season 5. This was the season where they took a shit on Moisty Mire and just put a big gigantic desert there. This is the season that we saw the introduction of rifts into the game. We also got the introduction of POIs such as Lazy Links and Snobby Shores. Along with this, we got drivable cars that you could drive around the entire map and carry your squad in. And halfway through the season, Kevin the Cube was introduced to the Fortnite world. Kevin would move all the way around the map before being sucked into Loot Lake. This season was definitely a top 10 season, I just don't know if I'd put it in my top 5. Now heading into the top 3, and I know a lot of you guys are not going to like this, but we have Chapter 2 Season 4. This was the first season that we had a battle pass that was completely crossovers. And hey, I mean, at least at this point, the map wasn't completely flooded, so there's that. And at least after an entire season of using the charged shotgun, we got the pump back. Now, this season was good, but I think it's only really good when you compare it to Chapter 2 Season 3. We also got some of the craziest mythics to date. And the Galactus live event at the end of the season was pretty cool as well. Now, this season would definitely make my top 10 of seasons, but once again, it probably wouldn't crack the top 5. Unlike the next season, which is ranked number 2, and that's Fortnite Season OG. This season broke the record for the most people playing at a single time, and for good reason. Now, it wasn't an exact replica of Chapter 1, but just seeing the map came back brought back so much nostalgia to all the people who had played in Chapter 1. Even people who hadn't played the game for years had hopped on to try Chapter 1 just once more. It just brought back so much memories that so many people were hopping on to play like the old days. And in first place, a lot of you had already seen it coming, but it's Chapter 2 Season 2. This season brought so many new aspects to the game that were absolutely insane. The concept of mythic weapons being brought to the game after killing a boss was just crazy. And the mythic weapons were the most broken they will ever be. I mean, we had a mythic Scar and a mythic drum gun in the game at the same time. Along with this, you were able to grab a mythic grappler that had unlimited uses. Also, after knocking an enemy, you were able to shake them down and find out where their entire team was. This season, in my opinion, is the best season in the history of Fortnite, and I can't wait for it to come back in November. So that's the top 10 seasons in the history of Fortnite as voted by the community. Once again, guys, these are not my rankings, so please do not flame me in the comments. If I'm being 100% honest though, the fact that Chapter 3 Season 1 is not in this top 10 list is absolutely criminal. Otherwise though, a lot of the seasons that are in this top 10 list I would definitely keep in my top 10. If you guys want to see me rank my top 10 in my opinion, or if you guys want to see the top 10 worst seasons, just let me know down in the comments below. Otherwise, just don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.